All right, we're done with the Sport of Kings Nine Hole Cup. See where I finished off in my 77 account. I'm in ninth or eighth with a minus 14, and I'm really surprised there wasn't a minus 15 up at the top. I really thought it would take a minus 15, and obviously a minus 14 with some good tiebreakers. They had a minus 15 coming in. That's the key. And obviously, I had a shitty tiebreaker being the bottom of the 14s with a 12. I actually wasn't trying to qualify, and then at the last minute, it was like, all right, not bad, not bad. We'll see where my odd account ended up. In that account, I played in pro, and I shot a minus 13. When I left, I was in first, but there's no way. I think it'll be maybe a top 5, maybe. We'll see where I ended up in that account. Let's get a few things opened up while we're here. I think I already did my club card trading. I think I did. We'll go through and make sure. I did not do my club card trading. Let's see what mystical, magical stuff we get today. The Horizon, the B-52, and the Grim Reaper. I'm doing the Horizon. I'm trying to eliminate the Horizon from the gene pool. All right, hold on one second. Hold on. All right, we'll see what we can get with, where I ended up with odd. I'm going to say fourth. Wow, I cannot believe that a 13 won. And I will say this, that pro, everybody poo-poos off Ricky. You have to be so exact. Yeah, I mean, obviously you have to be exact if you're trying to sink shots on all of them. But pro is that in-between where it's not as easy to get as many drops. And so the scores may not be as absolute batshit crazy as they are in Ricky or as they are in Expert or Masters. Just because there's a lot of holes we can't get there from that tee with the wind that we have, and I'm absolutely shocked that a minus 13 and only two of us were at minus 13. I can't believe that. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. Going on with the pro stuff. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got ourselves a banner. Look at that. Look at that. And some clan points. The card stuff doesn't matter. The Thor's hammer, though. That's amazing that I got a Thor's hammer in there. And a B-52. It's amazing. Amazing. Getting some of them up. I would have liked to have gotten... that Thor's hammer works. That Thor's hammer works. It works. Let's clear off all our slots in here. Now, we have a new tournament, and I have not looked at it at all to see like what holes, what course it is. Let's look at it. A win, a win. We'll take any win. Anytime you win, it's always a good thing. Now you got to do the rounds, you got to do the Tonight Show and all that stuff. All of that good stuff. Where is this next tournament? The Jockey Ball, the Mexican Valley Flyover. Don't get lost in the twists and turns in the upcoming Mexican Valley tournament taking place in the ancient ruins of Sierra Plateau. This tricky course can cause even the most experienced golfers to slip up. But fear not, as this event features the increased qualification zone modifier. 75% of the people from the qualifying brackets. But it doesn't show us... Does it not show us what holes? It doesn't. Let's see. Let's see where they're at. Practice. No, I got a can, baby.
Okay. You want after you?
Sierra Plateau. So I'm assuming all of the holes are at Sierra Plateau. Let's go check out Sierra Plateau and see what kind of trouble Sierra Plateau has for us. Go through my 7,000 tabs that I have open. I'm doing some research in Pocket, so I've got like 6 of those up for one, and then I'll move on to some other thing, and I don't want to get rid of the other one. So tournaments, Mexican Valley. All right, let's see if I can remember these holes. I don't have a lot of time and grade on these holes, but this is definitely one. We're going to hit our ball. You can hit and end up right out in this area with a nice shot going at it. Is this the one? There was one of these holes that there was a... We did have a rough bump that we could do on our second shot, but... And if I remember correctly, I was adding on a little bit of wind on the variable for the second shot. But getting down here, I've seen a bunch of people try and get from here and try and work through these walks and stuff to try and get over. But I really haven't seen anybody being super successful. You can lay it up out here. I think there was a period where I was trying to get my ball to go this way and trying to get over to this to do the deal. But really, distance-wise, this is a really good spot, and you have a really, really, really good look at the hole from there. I think just laying it up right out in this area is probably, at least in Ricky. And I played this hole from the Pro Tees. It's in one of the tour. Which tour is this in right now? It'd be a good tour to go practice. Let's see. It seems like I played this hole from the Pro Tees. Is it Sierra Plateau? So it's in Tour 7. Excellent. That's a great tour to play. We may be playing some Tour 7 today, just so we can try and get the holes for free, so we're not having to burn our practice tokens. Just to work on the... And I don't think it really takes anything special to kind of get up into that area. But for some reason, I'm thinking that on the second shot there was a rough bump. Now, this hole right here, in one-on-one play, I play a rough bump right here, but with a two-sidespin ball, I have to use a little bit of curl in order to bring it around to the cup. But there's a rough bump that you can do right here, and there's a rough bump that you can do right there. And you can start off on the green here and try and bring it around, and you can use this island trying to bring it around. But I like those two rough bumps. And there's definitely a variable we need to add on there. So like the first time you try it at 0, but really be cognizant of where your ball lands to see whether we need to add on. And I'm pretty sure it's adding wind on. We need to add on with our variable. But I like the rough bumps. I kind of like this rough bump better. But in one-on-one play, I don't know. I do play this one, but I know how much curl to put on it to bring it around to the hole. So here, where we're bringing out the right ball, we can bring out a ball that's got 3 or 4 side spins so that we can try and get ourselves to the cup. I would definitely look at the rough bumps. Either side, whichever side works best. Hole number 3. Hole number 3. All right. I actually don't remember this hole, but I'm sure we're playing for this, trying to hit into it. I suppose you could try and hit out here. The thing about hitting out here is you got to be aware of this tree so that if you end up right there in the shadow, now you've got the tree in your way. But I would think that most of us are going to be hitting over to this area. What hole is this? Is this hole number 3? Let's go look at it. We'll go look at this one. Hey, that's not what I wanted. Practice, Ricky. Practice now. Hole number 3. Let's practice at once. How many practice tokens do I have? I have enough. I actually don't remember this hole. I'll get out on the course right here, and I'll go, oh yeah. But looking at the picture, even looking at the big picture, it's not ringing any bells. Man, that's still not ringing any bells. Damn. If we brought out the right stuff here, we could get over. Well, man, that'd be hard to do a max hook shot. But you might be able to get over right there and try and get over into that zone. That is very interesting. Yeah, there's definitely a way for us to try and get over here. I don't know that I would do the max hook shot just because of all these trees. I think you'd get caught up if you were trying to bring it around this way. But I think just trying to hit it straight forward and getting out into this zone is definitely a possibility. Definitely. But you're going to have to bring out a big power ball. And you might have to bring out a ball that's got some boost. We definitely have shots there. But it would have to be... I'm almost thinking that you're setting this shot up on this side of the tree, but when you take the actual shot, with curl, you're bringing it around the other side. You might hit it straight up. We'll see. I'm really excited that my opponent is going for the straight up shot, and they got a topspin boost ball, a 3 topspin boost ball. Oh, come on, dude. No, they're doing the same as me. They're practicing excellent. Hey, take your time, bro. Take your time. You don't have to take the shot. You don't have to take the shot at the last minute. You're not going to win anything. I think doing what my opponent did right there, except for not getting in the sand, will put you in a pretty nice spot. But you can go for it in one, and shit, if you got the ball inventory, you almost have to. You almost have to go for it in one. You see that a regular mortal ball is definitely not going to put you in the zone. I got 3.5. I got 3.5 topspin. It's 1.3 per rings. 3 rings is 4, so I'm going to do 4 and a little. Isn't it perfect? Hey, whoa down, cat daddy. Whoa down. I think we almost have to try and go for if the wind's blowing right, we almost have to bring out something big and go for it. It'll be one of those shots that you either, it's a 50-50 deal. It might be a 30-70 where 70% of the time you don't make it into the clear and then you've got a shot from the rough. But you are super close with the shot from the rough. So, it's a makeable shot. And 30% of the time we're in the clear. This looks like I need to add a little on. I'm in my Goliath. Minimum club. Too far forward to hit, I think minimum Goliath is like 2.3 per ring. .3, 2 rings would be 4.6. And I could be wrong on that. Oh, and then I hit a 7,000 ring straight to the left. I have a cheat sheet here. Let's look at it. Goliath 2.9. And I have a calculator here and I didn't use it either. What the hell? Are you like totally unprepared? Sure, now that the shot's over, now you pull your calculator out. and look at your notes. The Easter Bunny. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. What would be hole number 4? Hole number 4. Hole number 4. Hole number 4. I mean, I hate this par 3. This par 3 is rough in tournament play. Because from this area, from area A to area B, you're going along, and then area B is way in the hell down here. You can, if you bring out the right stuff, try and start off on this side and try and stick it. It might be best, like, it might be a good shot for like a guardian so that you can get down there. I'm not a big fan of this hole. It's really easy if you're trying to bounce over. If you're trying to bounce from here to get over down to the bottom, it's really easy to get this wind adjustment wrong and end up clipping the rough down here on your first bounce and leave yourself short. Now you can recover from there, but it's sticky. This is not my favorite par 3 for sure. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. Where were we? Where are we? We were on that freaking par 3. Is that hole number 4? Man, I am not sure. I believe it is hole number 4. This hole right here is not my favorite par 3. The deal is I don't know what the adjustment is on it, and if I knew what the adjustment, I'd probably like this hole a lot more. Because there's definitely some kind of an adjustment. What I should have did was make sure I had and I don't think I have a guardian in any bag. We'll see where we're at. But I'm pretty sure you can go up there if you brought the right ball combo. You could come up and go at it. It just seems so easy. You can tell. Look at the height of the first bounce, this bounce right here, and then when it's hitting down on this area is not flat. It seems like this area is like this. So when you're hitting on it, it's coming from a height and then hitting on it. It almost wants to go back. You lose. It doesn't respond on its second bounce like you would anticipate that it will because of this slope and the height. It wants to go a little bit higher and you lose a lot of distance. My opponent seems to have it worked out. And maybe that's just from playing it from the Pro Tees, because the Pro Tees suck on this hole. Yeah, and you could bring a lower power ball down here and come at it with your guardian and try and backspin it and just backspin it up to the cup. But if we're trying to play from here, where's Max? There's Max. So I'm right at Max Club. And a bigger side spin ball would help. Four six. I'm gonna just do a straight up 4-6. I'm gonna wait. So it's gonna be the wind divided by 0.9. I'm right at Max Club. And we'll see whether I over or under pull it. Whether we need. I think if I do a straight up, just I'm at Max Club and I do a max pull, that it's going to push me way off base. That's what I think. I think we're gonna have to do something here. Something. 2.6, 2.88 ranks. There's 2.9. And a great to the right. I came in on the left and I hit a great to the right. So I should have ended up over there. So at least a plus 10, if not a plus 15. Maybe, possibly even more, but it's definitely going to be at least a plus 10. But where I ended up, I would say somewhere in that neighborhood for sure. That hole's not quite as bad in rookie as it is in pro. Hole number 5. Let's see. See if I can remember this one. I don't remember this one either. Doesn't it just scream that we could go this way and try and end up down on that? Yeah, I think that is the deal. We are trying to go down here. And this is one of those ones where if we bring out the right ball combo at the very end of our run, we're trying to get across this rough patch and we can get over to the green side. We've got to bring it around, and you can do a max curl shot here. These trees are super high, but there is enough room for us to do it, to try and bring your ball around and try and get the run through that. And if I remember correctly, our red line's like right up in this area, depending on the ball that we bring out. We want to get, like if you came out to a shot like this, and we're trying to get this distance to the cup, and this is our midway point. So if we're doing curl on it, trying to get it to go in that direction. If we're up in this area, our pivot point's right there. What we don't want is when our pivot point's right here, and then people try and do a bunch of curl, because what'll happen is if you're on this line, the trees are going to be in your way. If your pivot point's way back here, the best you can do is just hit it straight forward. You might be able to try and get it to weave a little bit into this. But I think on this, our red line's way up here, so we can try and get around the bend and try and get on and one. That is the deal. And I will be doing that the whole week. If you can get on one of these par 4s and one, that's the way. I mean, you may end up in the rough or you may end up in the sand. Now, there are some spots that you can end up down here that you're behind these trees and you are screwed. So there is some risk involved in it, but I'm definitely going to be going for the green every single time. Hole number 6. And it seems like we're trying to get to here, but if I remember correctly, if you brought out the right stuff, you might be able to move yourself, leapfrog yourself up into one of these pads. And it would probably be, we're either going for this or we're going for this. I think I like the left, if I remember correctly on this, I like the right-hand side better because it's on track with the cup, whereas if you go over here, you're up much higher than where the flagpole's at. And if you're shooting down into this area and you take this shot. Although, when you look at it, closeness-wise, you might be able to bring out the stuff so that you could get the run coming through here and really pick up some distance, where on this side you're kind of limited because you're going through these rough areas and you're trying to get a bounce and then bleed out, and so you're losing a lot of forward momentum when you're dealing with this rough areas over here, where on this side you can try and dig yourself forward. But I do think that we always play this on this side, that it's a better deal, but that could change. I say that now, but I could get out there and go, no, this is the one, but for some reason, I don't think so. Yeah, and the way this, I'm looking at this angle, trying to get out to that tip spot where you're in this rough area here, like where your bounces are at. It would be better if you could set up over here and then try and run it, like put a little bit of curl on it and try and run it down that fairway. You could try and dig up this, but what's happening is that you're leading off to the left up here, and you want to be rolling down the fairway so you can try and pick up as much distance as possible. I think we got a shot on that one. Those par 5s are, wherever we decide that we want to go, we want to make sure that we can deliver our ball to that spot every time so that we have the same second shot every freaking time. This is another one of those par threes. There's so many of these type of bounce ones that I can't remember. I can't remember this one. We'll go play it. Hole number 7. Hole number 7. Practice now. Hole number 7. We'll practice the par threes. If I remember correctly on this one, I really don't like to do the lily pad thing where I'm bouncing off of this island to get to this island to get to this island. I usually like to bounce off of an island and I'm out where I'm going and then I'm moving along little doggy. When you start adding this variable in, everything can go great on the first bounce. The second bounce can go to shit, and the third bounce you can be like in big ass trouble. Yeah. There's Min, Grizzly. There's Max, Grizzly. There's Mid. One backspin. A blue ring off. A mid club, which is 1.1, so it'll just straight up. It should be 4 rings. I'm not at the right angle. Isn't it perfect? And I think this is one of those holes that you can roll off the back. Definitely didn't pull it enough. Needed to do a 10, 15, 20%. I might actually jump to a 20 on that just to see if it pulls me onto the other side so I know that where I'm at. Because I definitely look like it was more than a 10. Drink some coffee. And my opponent's using a special ball. Why not? Why wouldn't you? I'm just amazed at the. Hey, I totally get the special ball. Don't ever get me wrong. I'm not. Hey, if you bought balls, hey, and you have them in your inventory, I mean that's awesome, because it is nice to have them. We all like to use special balls, but the deal is, be strategic about it. Don't just go out there and it's like, hey, I'm using this ball right now, and so I'm going to play the next 100 holes with this ball, and only 2 of those holes actually needed that ball. Especially the precision balls. I see people using those in one-on-one where they're out there with the 5 power, 4 side spin, 5 precision, and it's like, dudes, we're playing one-on-one. What the F are you doing? All right, we know what that one is. That's pretty much what I thought it was. Pretty much what I thought it was. All right. We got that one. We got hole number 7. We got that one. Hole number 8. What do we have? What do we have? All right. Now, just some observations. You can hit it over in here and try and go for the cup. The thing I don't like about hitting over here when you're going for the cup is the flagpole is so damn close to this sand that if you're coming at it from this angle and you don't want to just come up here and put on a bunch of backspin to do it, you'll have to start off on this side right here and then bring it back around, which means that you're going to need a ball with a lot of side spin. And if you want to go straight at it, you'll have backspin. This sand is kind of blown out on the course. That's why it looks a little jaggedy right there. So you can hit just a titch into the sand, I think, and get the roll out like you hit the fairway. But this area over here has a look to it. And so if you want to hit over to here, then be prepared for what you're going to get on the other side and bring the right stuff. I'm not sure if you could get into your short iron range, if you could get all the way down in there. But if you could get into your short iron range, this area down here screams thorn all day. If you're hitting to the other side, and you're coming this way, this course from about right here down to here is domed. And when you're coming at it, you can see where the, let me get the tee box in. Here's the tee box right here. You're coming at it down this area right here, and you're needing it to come here. And so you don't want to start right here, you want to start over here. So you're starting right here, and then you're trying to bring the ball so that it's following the course along. Well, this whole freaking course is domed. So where you tail off, it's more apt to, if it's going to the left, it's going to fall off of this, and you're apt to get caught up in something. And if it's going a little bit to the right as it tails off, it's going to fall off the hill, and you're going to end up caught in this rough. And it's super freaking easy to just get caught up in the rough on this shot. It's not that you can't get down there and end up in the fairway, but it is super easy to get caught up in the rough. I think, like close wise, you can like get up into this area if you really try and go for it. But there's also some drink over here, and if you start rolling off in that direction, there's nothing to stop you. And the course, like I said, is domed like this. So if you start rolling off to the left, there's nothing to stop it. At least if you're on this side and you start rolling off to the right, you're going to get caught up in the fairway. It seemed like the first time that we played these holes, Dunner and I were practicing this, and we didn't go this side. We were going on this side. And what I started doing is I started laying my ball up so that I was right there. And then I had a perfect shot. Now, I still had to work around and maneuver around, and I still needed a ball with side spin in order to get me around the bend to get, because the cup is kind of covered by this sand trap. I still had to have a ball with side spin, and I think I still wanted to be more like on this side to open up the window as opposed to over here. Even though it's pretty much the same distance, this is not as good a shot. But I was laying myself up, so I'll have to look at that this week on you can get up here, but like I said, even if you did everything right, your balls could still slide off on one side or the other and end up either in the drink or in the rough. And here I had a consistent shot every time. And I think when I do practice this week, I'm gonna go out here and explore this one more time and look at it and see like if I can get into short iron range, this would definitely be a shot to bring out your thorn. We'll see. And I think, if I remember correctly, is that this area here is flat. So if you're trying to go from here and trying to bring the ball up in this, you can end up with a pretty consistent landing spot. Whereas over here, because of the dome, it's a little bit harder. Pretty sure. Hole number 9. And this hole, I believe we were going for, where's the tee box? The tee box is, yeah, we were going for this area right here. It might have been going for this area where we were trying to get our run coming up, bounce, did he bounce, and then try and bleed through and end up on this spot right here and go for it. I think that's what the deal was. We're definitely trying to get down into these ranges. Getting the bounce from here and then running it out. But I'm pretty sure this is the pad that we were going for, and we have a serious opportunity. From either one of these down here, we have a pretty serious opportunity to get in the cup. Pretty serious. I'm not sure hitting it straight out here. If we're trying to go for that, if you're hitting it straight and trying to get over here, you do have some problems trying to get over on this side, where if you don't really make it, you have a shit ton of trees in your way. Whereas here we do have a pretty wide open path. I think going to the right is definitely the way, but I'm not sure I can remember which one of those we're getting on. It seems to me that our ultimate goal would be this one if we brought out the right ball. But that this one is more achievable, especially on headwind days. All right, there's a quick look at it. We'll see what happens tomorrow in our first qualifying, our AKA Monday practice rounds. We'll see what the deal is and go from there. All right, there you have it. That was a scouting report for the Mexican Valley tournament. And you got to see the 9-hole cup win. I can't believe that I won a 9-hole cup with a 13. That's amazing. It's amazing. The sport of kings. Yes. Yes. Won a couple. Getting a couple pro banners. Look at that. Look at that. Just to go with the menagerie. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Be safe. Have a great week. And if you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe. Hit the like button. Ring the bell. Do all that good stuff.